Hello and welcome back to Earth Rose Tarot. How are you doing? Thank you for being here. Today is going to be a general tarot love reading for my Pisces. This is for Pisces and Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. It is a general reading. It's not a personal one, so please do take what does resonate for you. Anything I say that doesn't resonate, leave it with somebody else. This is also a timeless reading. It's for whenever you come across it. Anything I'm saying in the reading, if it resonates for you with the roles reversed, please go ahead and reverse them. Alright, my lovely Pisces, I'm going to be looking at what is coming towards you next in love and any other messages that come through for you. So, if you're new to the channel, huge welcome. Thank you so much for trying me out. And if you're a returning subscriber, then welcome back. Thank you for all the amazing support. It means the world. Alright, for Pisces, please. What is coming towards my lovely Pisces next in love? We have Mask. Hiding true feelings, pretending. Let's see. Ooh, we have grounding in reverse, which would say stability and security. Okay, in reverse. Okay, someone's coming through with a bit of maybe bravado about how stable their life is. Or how settled they feel in one way or another. That could be emotionally, monetarily. Let's see. Give me another one for Pisces, please. We have love call. It says expressing love, messages of love, thinking of you. But at the bottom of the deck is key on a ring. Many options, unconventional. One night stand, string along. Alright, so someone's kind of showing you interest here, Pisces. They are maybe sending you messages. They are maybe saying that they're thinking of you or they're interested in you. But they're kind of exaggerating their sense of security that they have going on in their life. Why is Mask here, please? Why the Mask card? Oh, I don't like that. Okay, the love card came out in reverse, which says unconditional love, affection, attraction, selflessness, and it came out on top of the love call. At the bottom of the deck is karmic relationship. Okay, so someone here, Pisces, basically is kind of potentially gassing you up. We'll see. About their interest and affection, but when I asked about what are they masking, kind of what are they hiding, the love card came out in reverse. This could either be that they are showing you this affection for their own selfish reasons, or they're kind of exaggerating their feelings for you. All right, let's see. This could have also been something that already happened, but tell me what's coming towards Pisces next, please. What messages do you have for me? I mean, with the fact that key on a ring card as well, it could be an element that they are kind of showering that affection on multiple people, which makes it a little bit more insincere. Tell me more, please. What's coming towards Pisces? Oh my goodness. Well, we have obscurity. Secrets, mysteries, concealing. Before I shuffle it, at the bottom of the deck is confusion, uncertain, unclear, unsure. Tell me more for Pisces, please. Beauty. Charming, graceful, kind-hearted. Depth. Awareness, importance. Thank you. Mistakes, misunderstood, victim, lost soul, and beginnings. Try again, new direction, start over. Pisces, I feel like you might have someone telling you that they made a mistake. and that they want to try again and have a new beginning with you, that you are very beautiful. I mean, in terms of what I said with gassing you up with messages, it could be along the lines of giving you compliments of how gorgeous you are, or handsome, male or female, and how kind you are in particular. That they made a mistake. I mean, at the bottom of the deck, when I'm saying all of this, is only you, devoted, attached, crave. Oof. Underneath, sorry, I'm just grimacing. Underneath it is finality, farewells, leave behind, closure, but then bluff, pretending again, and mask. Pretending and mask is literally two of the words on the first card that came out. And then underneath the bluff card is memories and time. Pisces, I feel like you've got someone who may have bluffed about the fact that they were actually leaving you in their past and doing not a disappearing act, but like, that's it. I'm not going to see Pisces again. Something's happened here. It's done. This is history now between the two of us. But I feel like someone was bluffing about that behavior because they were kind of hoping that enough time would pass that you would forget about what happened. This is almost like something bad happened between the two of you, rather than actually take accountability and deal with what happened between the two of you that was bad. Someone played I'm going to act as if I'm gone, I'm history. But it was a bluff. They were pretending. They just wanted to kind of let the dust settle for long enough that then they would kind of tell you that, they want to, or not tell you, but do something to kind of show that they want to start something up with you again. Let's get some tarot. Let me ask with this deck, what is the obscurity? Swept up. What are they hiding? What's the obscurity about? Ooh. SOS, distress, act with urgency, assistance needed. And that came out on top of the mask card. Oh, this person. Things did not go well for this person. The other three cards that came out were time, again, squad, and karmic. So I say again, it's a different deck. So this one, the time card. Squad says reconciliation, soul tribe on it. And then karmics, third parties, haters, lesson learned. Did they learn their lesson? Not entirely convinced. Basically, you've got someone, Pisces, to have to say, it's what's coming through, who most likely is going to be getting back in touch, kind of attempting a reconciliation with you. They are masking how insecure their world is right now. I don't mean that they have insecurities. I mean that literally everything is up in the air. They don't feel settled. They don't feel secure. They don't feel... They feel like their waters are not tranquil right now. Their waters are like in turmoil, like all churning, and but they're hoping that enough time has passed that you guys they can have a reconciliation with you. Oh, okay, so I suppose this is slightly better than what I was getting from the start about this love card coming out in reverse when I asked about mask, and then we saw the karmic relationship card at the bottom of that deck. I was concerned this was more about, they were telling you that they love you or have feelings for you, but it was all a sham, and this is a karmic. Now, for some of you, obviously that could apply, so just bear in mind, but I'm also getting the fact that they're masking the fact that they maybe went towards someone who ended up being totally a karmic. They made a big mistake, but they are hiding that. They're hiding the fact that they went through that. before coming back and like telling you how beautiful you are and how they want to actually have something with you. All right, let's get into the tarot. How is Pisces feeling about the person coming through in this reading, please? Ooh, Three of Swords. That deck split when that came out to show the Seven of Wands and the Three of Cups. Five of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, wow. Underneath the Seven of Wands is the Four of Cups. You are not messing around, Pisces. This is, underneath that is the Emperor and the Nine of Wands. Talk about having your guard up to this person does not cover it. Like, you feel like they potentially broke your heart in the past. And I'm almost getting like, like this would be like someone wanting to come to your home to talk to you, and you're like, I'll meet you outside, and the door behind you is actually shut. You're meeting them outside your shut door to kind of, maybe you hear what they've got to say, but they are not coming into your sanctuary. And this, with this Five of Pentacles in reverse, you may feel like this is someone who, they abandoned you. They were fine with you being the person in this picture in the upright here, like feeling completely left to the wolves. Effectively, you've picked yourself back up, especially with the Emperor there as well. You've picked yourself back up. You have made yourself extremely strong. With the Nine of Wands, you've got the scars, emotional scars to, you know, to show what you went through, but you are immensely stable, funnily enough, with that Emperor energy. And this is you defending your ground, effectively. This is no way from you. That could be because of an element of betrayal over a third party. This could have also been someone who you considered a close friend. With that squad card, there was the soul tribe and close friends energy. So this could have been someone that you really considered, well, it was someone that you really let into your inner sanctum. But now they have their entry to your inner sanctum is completely revoked at this point. Anything else? I think that was pretty straightforward. Anything else, Pisces, you want to say? Death in reverse and the Two of Cups. And the deck split and I can see the High Priestess and Judgment. Part of you knew that this person would be back around and it wasn't completely over, funnily enough, because Judgment talks about resurrection, things that seem to be dead and buried, kind of reappearing, coming back from your past into your present for you to make a judgment call over. You kind of knew this day was going to come with the High Priestess. That is strong. The High Priestess is the knowledge of the present, the past, and the future all happening at the same time, if that makes sense. So there is this deep understanding, maybe even telepathic or spiritual connection that you felt with this person, with that Two of Cups card as well, that meant that you knew your gut was telling you this isn't completely over. And the fact that they tried bluffing, that this was the finality, this was done, your history, Pisces, to me, that was obviously a bluff, and I feel like you knew that as well, but it's almost like you were preparing, in a way, for the day that they were going to come back around, preparing to, you know, pull up the drawbridge and maybe fill the moat with alligators. But it's also telling me that with the Death card, that's Scorpio's major arcana, but the fact that it's in reverse, it's not just about the fact that you knew this wasn't over, but you knew that the bond, like the soul tie between the two of you, meant that this wasn't really history. But you also feel like this person will not have changed by the time that they come back around your way. Okay. How is this person feeling about Pisces, truly? How are they feeling about Pisces? The Knight of Wands. Not a good start. You're not fighting your case very well, dude or dudette. Tell me more how this person is feeling about Pisces. I mean, they're very attracted to you, Pisces. They have you in their sights. I mean, they're talking about how beautiful you are. There's certainly an element about your physical attraction that they are focused on. Tell me more about how this person is feeling about Pisces, please. Page of Swords in reverse. They don't want you. God. Yes. Yeah, my God. I was about to say I'm going to see the moon, and then the Ace of Pentacles card came out, and then the moon. Yeah. They don't want you to know what has been going on since... Wow, this person really suffered some karma here, and I don't throw that word around on this channel, and I don't wish bad karma on people, but it is an element of just consequences of behavior as well. I mean, dude, like with the Page of Swords in reverse, that's like not the information about what has really been going on not reaching you. Like the carrier pigeon is being distracted by some seed somewhere else and being sent off course so that you don't find out the truth with that Page of Swords in reverse. Yeah, and why is that? Because they want to make you an offer, and they want you to see that there's value and in that offer that they're making you, and they feel like you're not going to see that there's value if you knew what had really been up. Underneath the moon is the Eight of Cups, the Six of Cups, Judgment, and the Three of Swords. You feel the Three of Swords about each other effectively, but this judgment was handed down that basically how this person acted in this situation left them very isolated, very lonely, sat. All they could do was think back on memories about the two of you. Wherever they've been, they are maybe not initially, especially if they went towards somebody else, but eventually where it led them before they're kind of making this, they're getting in contact with you, Pisces. Where they have been is alone, emotionally cut off, and just, left to think about what they had, what could have been, and they have, judgment has been passed on them, and the judgment was you will experience the pain that you caused, Pisces. Effectively, that was the judgment. But why don't they want... I just don't understand why they can't just be honest. Why the Page of Swords in reverse? Why do they have to wear this mask? Why the Page of Swords in reverse? Jesus Christ. So the Two of Cups came out. The Two of Cups that was here from how you feel about them. And I've literally got 4 tarot cards from that deck. The Two of Cups, the Four of Wands, the Lovers, the Nine of Cups, and what came out? Judgment. Wow. So this person actually feels like you're very important. You kind of feel like the Two of Cups about each other. Like I said, there was this spiritual telepathic link between the two of you, Pisces. They do feel that way about you too. They're kind of leading with something else other than their brain or their heart, if you know what I mean. They're leading with that. They're also leading with a little bit of ego and bravado, I would say. They can't really be honest about how crap they've felt without you. Yeah, just stop shuffling and turn the deck over, and the Five of Cups is there. Oh my gosh, look at that. Five of Cups, the Tower, the Queen of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles. For some of you, I said they got involved with someone else, and that was a absolute shiz show, and potentially with a karmic. This person is sat crying into their drink about how badly something blew up, This is with someone who was very entitled, mean-spirited, as in very superficial, and maybe just use them for either a good time or so they can take money from them in one way or another. Like, this is someone who uses the fact that people want to get close to them. They use that against them. I hope that makes sense. This would be like someone who knows that they are the center of attention in social circles, or the people that they move around with. This is like someone who can get into like exclusive clubs or membership situations or whatever. It's like, but then when people get close to them because of those superficial reasons, they also then, oh yeah, I'll get you into the club and then you can finance me every single day and make sure, I'm being fed and watered and partying and wearing the nicest stuff. That's on you. But they're kind of using other people's superficiality against them. It's kind of what I want to say. I hope that makes sense. I mean, I don't really feel sorry for someone who wants to be with someone so that they can, be seen in exclusive clubs or whatever, because you're kind of getting what you're asking for there. But this person, yeah, they feel like a fool. They feel like they got taken for a ride. They feel like this was also someone who didn't care about them in the slightest. This Four of Pentacles is a complete like Machiavellian little hare here, who just literally will take anything they can. They'll take the kitchen sink if they can from the situation. This is looks good, actually disastrous going down that path. Looks good from a distance, toxic waste when you get too close. And this person has lived it, learnt it, but they have made a mistake. So this is why obscurity came out with mistakes, because they made a big mistake. But that's what they're concealing, the fact that they went through all of that. I think that's an element of pride. But also they don't want you to think less of them. When I asked, like, why are they keeping all this secret as well, it's because they fear that they've already kind of had judgment passed on them by the universe, by the result of going towards someone like that I just described, but also the judgment of, you're now going to experience the pain that Pisces felt over you abandoning them. So they've had it both ways. Obviously this person made mistakes, but they have definitely suffered the consequences every left, right way. They want to make you an offer, and they want you to still consider them someone that you would marry, have a family with, or, if that kind of stuff doesn't appeal, then just that they want you to still consider them as your soulmate. So let's get some messages from this person to Pisces, please. Oh, well, missed opportunity. I didn't act when I should have. Mistakes. I wish I could right my wrongs. I didn't take that one because it didn't actually jump out. Give me another couple for Pisces, please, from this person. Okay. Well, daydreaming and irreplaceable came out together. I am always longing for you. The way you love can never be matched. Unappreciated and detachment came out. Yeah. Unappreciated says, I felt like you didn't care. I think that's more you, Pisces, because of what I said from how you're feeling about this person with the tarot. Detachment says, I had to let this go so I could clear my mind. But I think this is you. This is what you're saying of, like, the way this person left you basically to the wolves made you feel like they didn't give a crap about you. And as a result, all you could do was work on letting this go. Whether they let you go as a bluff or not, you can't live going, oh, it's okay, they're only bluffing, I'll just wait for them to come back around. No. Okay. Why mistakes? I mean, obviously I said already they feel like they've made a massive mistake, but why is the mistakes card here? What else do they want to say about that? Unexpected outcome. Things didn't go the way I planned. It's funny because there's a very beautiful woman on this card, but she's also like she always reminds me of like high society. She's got this like white hat. It looks quite formal. It's almost like someone going to the races or something. Very like smartly dressed and glamorous, but yeah, shocker. Didn't work out. Bottom of the deck is chaser. I don't want to chase anymore. I'm sure, Pisces, this person chased someone else that they thought would lead them as well into a life of, like, high society is quite an old-fashioned way of saying it, but you know what I mean. Like, it's kind of an element of the keeping up with the Joneses, or other people are going to look at us or what we're doing because I'm with this person and they're really going to think better of me. Did not work out. Okay, let's see. What else? Oop. So tell me what action this person is going to be taking towards Pisces, please. Well, they're confused about how to best heal the situation. They have made the decision to kind of send out some message of peace, like sending out the olive branch to you. They've made that decision, but it's a question of how do they go about it. This person still feels, I was saying about their waters are churning. It feels like they're fragmented about, they're still confused about the destiny of their life or their life purpose. Tell me more. What action are they going to take towards Pisces, please? They are either hesitating about sending this message and getting in touch because they fear your reaction. Are they actually sending a message? They're actually getting in touch? They're imagining the worst. Give me another one, please. The action this person's going to take towards Pisces. I feel like they need to sort themselves out first, to be honest, in terms of their... This person needs to feel like they've actually got their life in order, to be completely honest. I just want to know if they're actually going to talk to you or not. I feel like they, for themselves, need to feel like they've got their stuff a little bit more in order, because they're coming from a very, like, fragmented, I want to say again, but it's not. It's like a distorted, again, it's the water that's all over the place. They're, okay, tell me more. Is this okay. Well, I was going to ask again, but the Ace of Pentacles came out immediately. Wow, the Empress, the Tower, and the Sun. And the Two of Cups is at the bottom of the deck with the Ten of Pentacles. I don't know if that's with this person, Pisces. I feel like they might be stumbling over their words because they're also feeling like their Two of Cups, that's the third time I've seen it, might be starting something with someone else. Tell me about the Tower, please. And that's going to make it even more difficult for how can they heal this. Now, if they do get in touch, for some of you they might, and they might get a very blunt response and then be kind of in a backed into a corner and not knowing what to do next, because they had this confidence that they could have a new beginning with you if and when they wanted it. They're a little bit, there's a little bit of arrogance here about the fact that they could come back to you and have this quite easily or whenever they wanted it. So the fact that they don't want to tell you that it didn't work out with someone who was a complete karmic lesson. They don't want to tell you that. But they also had this kind of arrogance about the fact that they could, even when they really haven't got themselves sorted at all, that you would always be there for them is kind of what I'm getting. What is this Tower, please? Ooh. Wow. The Nine of Wands came out with the Three of Swords in reverse first. So then the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and then the Death card is at the bottom of the deck. Scorpio's major arcana. Underneath the Death card is the Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like the Tower for this person is going to be where they find you when they... I think they may well send some sort of message and get in touch, Pisces. But they are expecting a very different response from you. I feel they are almost giving me, they feel like they can kind of just pull a vagarity, I think that's the word, over what they've been up to since they've been away. Like how they're also not being honest about how horrendous they felt and heartbroken they felt, like being left without you. They're also not talking about the absolute disaster that they experienced trying to chase after someone who turned out to be a karmic. But they have this kind of like, yeah, with the Knight of Wands, they came out first. It's like, well, now I'm going to go towards Pisces. I'm going to tell them they're beautiful. And I don't really need to go into detail about what I've been up to, but they're just going to give me another chance. I think the Tower for this person is finding you. You were heartbroken by this person, but you have picked yourself up. As I said, when you came out with what you came through as the Emperor with that Seven of Wands, Four of Cups, this is a strength, like a resilience, and a really putting your foot down from that. This person will not have, your vibe has changed. It's like your frequency has upgraded. It's not that you're now a harsh or cold person or anything like that, because you're still coming through as the Empress, but effectively you have much stronger boundary in place when it comes to this person. You no longer see the value of giving your energy to them. In the past, I feel like they may have been lucky enough for you to exert your energy towards them, even if they were in a very non-committal place or having you as one of their options, not being really honest about anything. They were never really making you the only number one priority, but you still thought that there is so much potential and there's so much strength to connection between the two of you that you would give your all to it. But this is no longer the case. You were exceptionally hurt by them. And now things have changed in terms of who you are on your own. I think you feel stronger than ever in your own sense of self, which is leaving this person. That is where the confusion comes in about how do they heal this. It's almost like this person is sending an initial message, I would say. There's a little bit of arrogance about them. Now, that could just be bravado, because they're constantly coming through as like wearing a mask and a bluff, rather than really dealing. It's like this person doesn't want to actually accept the consequences of their actions. They're kind of hoping that they can get away with it. Because otherwise there would be a lot more honesty coming through from them as well. I don't think that they know you now. They are still thinking that they know you as the person that they left out in the cold. And I feel like you've gone through if you were strong before, you've gone through even more strengthening through that experience. There's also a more from you, Pisces, of a belief in yourself and your worth, your worth as a person, and also what you're willing to put up with. So this is where this person's going to be left of, because they've made the decision that they want to start something again with you. They are going to be reaching out. I think they're just going to be, it's more like the response that you give them is going to leave them in like, what happens now? Now, obviously, if you want to respond to them. I am getting, for most of you, you are going to take like a mature approach because you're coming through as the Emperor, the Empress. Now, I'm seeing that you're representing both. It's not, although obviously the two of you may definitely have some sort of soul contract situation going on here, because the number of times you come through as the Two of Cups about each other. But I didn't get that they came through as the Emperor and you came through as the Empress, or vice versa. I actually get that you came through as the Emperor and the Empress in different moments. So it's more that you're embodying a very, very strong, imagine like the strongest possible army, energetically. Now, not that there's any aggression here, but just your forces are impenetrable because you are equal parts divine masculine and divine feminine. We do have each in all of us. The trouble comes when you can be too far into your divine masculine or too far into your divine feminine, and they become unbalanced, let's just say. But I see you actually in a very strong position here. It's going to unsettle this person. They're not going to know which way is up, because it's almost like they're sending you a message and you're not telling them to go F themselves. And you're not telling them, oh great, can we meet up tomorrow? I still love you so much. It's more just such a, okay, cool. But I don't know. Well, I don't know what you're going to say. It's going to be different for all of you, but it's not giving them any signs. That's it. Your response to this person, Pisces, doesn't give them any easy indication of where they can go next with you. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. Any other messages, please, for my Pisces before we finish up about this person that's come through in this reading? My boo. Official status, exclusive relationship. At the bottom of the deck is memories, missing someone, regression, revisiting the past. Anything else about this person? Lucky break, good fortune, good things coming, turning point. What's the lucky break, please? Bonnie and Clyde, ride or die, us against the world, dedicated partnership. Oh my goodness, I feel like... Okay. Yeah, the ghost card came out in reverse, which would say no closure, cowardice, disappearing act. The ghost returns, Pisces. Why is it a lucky break? Heart to heart, deep conversations, intimate discussions, blunt and honest. I mean, it could go in that direction in the future. It's completely up to you. And it's also up to this person how they deal with your initial response. It's really also, it's up to you about what you want to happen with this person, and that is for each of you to decide. But basically, this person who they were bluffing about the fact that they were leaving you, as in their review mirror, Pisces, 100%. They left you with no closure and no conversation. So I guess the good turning point here is the fact that the two of you are actually going to have a conversation if you want it. But I feel like I mean, the fact that the Bonnie and Clyde card and my Boo card came out, it's also telling me that there is this strong connection between the two of you that's still there. Yeah, what's it like at the bottom of the deck is time and liftoff. There was a delay, procrastination, and then all of a sudden there's progression forward. The wait is over. It literally says in that card, and with the time. So this may have been something that you were waiting for, even unconsciously, to come around, and that you'd actually deal with this in the moment when it comes around. I just don't think it's going to... Sorry about the noise. I just don't think it's going to be that easy for this person. Maybe it's not going to be as easy as they arrogantly kind of thought it was going to be. I see them struggling in terms, like, you might make them sweat effectively in terms of how they heal this situation now, but it's really up to you. I don't know. This person has reached kind of a rock bottom. They are getting in touch, but they're also not being really honest. They're still trying to hide their feelings, so that you think of them differently. I don't know. I'm so torn, and I got to wrap this up because of the time, but I could go on about this reading for like an hour, but I hope that was useful for someone out there. Obviously, we'll check in again in your next reading, Pisces. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please do hit the thumbs up button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel, and if it resonated at all, leave me a comment and let me know. I wish you all my very best. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.